If I were to recommend you a tool that has the biggest potential to change your life, help you discover who you are, find your calling, overcome challenges, and overall become a wholesome person, it would be journaling. Rohn said, if you are serious about becoming wealthy, powerful, sophisticated, healthy, influential, cultured, and unique individual, keep a journal. When I got into personal development in my mid-20s, journaling was one of the first tools that I've learned, and it had a transformational impact on my life. Journaling is quick, it's easy, it's very therapeutic, and you will get exponential return on your efforts. So stay with me and I will show you how to journal like a pro. Hey, this is Tomas from okisnotenough.com, helping you become the best version of yourself. And today I will show you how to journal for your personal growth. Journaling is often mistaken for keeping a diary, but it's not quite the same. Journaling is much more focused and purposeful. But before we dive into how to journal, I want to share with you a few benefits that journaling has. So the first benefit is that journaling creates a distance. It creates distance between you and the situation that you're writing about. This helps you think about it more clearly and see a fresh perspective. But it also helps you create emotional distance, because sometimes we are so tangled, emotionally tangled in whatever situation we're dealing with in our life, that it prevents us from seeing things more objectively and seeing the bigger picture. The second benefit is that journaling is extremely therapeutic. Do you know the feeling when you open up to or just spill your guts out to someone? It's like a weight has lifted off your shoulders. While opening up to a friend or a coach or a therapist can be extremely useful and helpful, you don't always have one by your side. And hey, there may be some topics that you don't actually feel comfortable sharing with anybody. But you can share anything with your journal without worrying how it will react. Journaling helps you reduce stress, anxiety, resolve internal conflicts, and gain clarity about the topics that you're writing about. And the third benefit of journaling is that it keeps your mind focused. You know, sometimes you want to think things through, but just as most people, you probably find it difficult to concentrate on something for a longer period of time without being distracted. It's because thoughts are very fragile and very perishable. You may be thinking of something and you get a text message or your email beeps, and boom, the train of thoughts is broken. And this is where writing is so powerful. It keeps your mind focused and it maintains continuity of your thoughts. And sometimes we need to see our thoughts written down for them to have full impact on us, or even just to see how silly they are. So these were the three main benefits of journaling, but there are many, many more. And now let's talk about the practical part, how to journal. There are 4 different methods of journaling, depending on what you want to get out of it. I personally like to combine method 1, 2, and 3 in my daily journaling practice. And I use method 4 for a little bit more deeper exploratory way of journaling. So the first method is gratitude journaling. I highly recommend that you start your journal entry with a few lines of gratitude. We always have something to be grateful for, hey, but we often fall into the trap of taking things for granted. The more grateful you are, the happier you will feel. And not only that, it will actually set the tone for the rest of your journaling or even for the rest of your day. Ask yourself, what am I grateful for in my life? In the past, now, or in the future? And why? To answer why you're grateful for that particular thing is extremely important, because it will help you see the true value of it. Because if you just say, I'm grateful for my health, it doesn't have quite the same impact as if you said, I'm grateful for my health because it allows me to play with my children or play with my dog, to engage in professional running or rock climbing. It allows me to pursue the things in my life that I love and enjoy doing without worrying about my health or being in a hospital. You see, that has much more impact on you, and you'll surely be much more grateful for your health if you really spell out the benefits of being healthy. Don't underestimate the power of being grateful for the little things in life. If you're struggling to come up with something to be grateful for, just look around and see all the things that you have that you're taking for granted. The second method is reflection journaling. Some people say you should always look forward in life and you should never look back. I totally disagree with that, because the past is a treasure full of learning opportunities. We just need to make sure that we are looking for these lessons. I recommend daily or at least weekly journaling. At the end of your day or week, just sit down with your journal. Take a moment, pause, take a deep breath, and ask yourself some or all of the following questions. What went really well and why? And how did you contribute to it? What didn't go well and why? And how did you contribute to it? What lessons can you learn from it? How can you or how will you apply these lessons in the future? What can you be proud of and why? Have you been the person you're striving to be? Yes or no? And why? These are great questions that will help you reflect on your day or on your week and use these answers to become better, to improve. The third journaling method is planning. Journaling about your plans is a little bit like goal setting. Write about what you're going to do tomorrow or next week, and write about it in as much details as you possibly can. Dream, strategize, envision. Have fun with it. Writing about something in a lot of details, it's almost like rehearsing it. So when it comes to doing it, you're actually much more prepared and confident. Moreover, when you write your goals down, when you journal about them, you are much more likely to actually stick to them than if you have them only floating around in your head. And here are some of the questions that you can ask yourself that will help you clarify your goals or your plans. What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? What tools or resources do I need? Who can I ask for help or advice? And what would be the first steps? And hey, everyone likes to set their goals slightly differently. So experiment with different ways of describing your goals or different ways of goal setting and see what will work for you the best. And the fourth method, and probably my favorite, is self-discovery or deep question journaling. You know, one of the main reasons why people feel lost in life, why they feel confused or powerless, is because they don't truly understand who they are. When people come to me for coaching and they want to find their life purpose or the direction in their life, the main focus of our work is on self-discovery. Because when you know yourself, what drives you, what your strengths and weaknesses are, what you love and what you despise, what your passions and fears are, the impact of what you've been through, how you see the world, everything becomes much clearer and much easier. This is where journaling is so powerful. It allows you to ask yourself and answer some of the most thought-provoking, deep, and sometimes really difficult questions. Journaling provides space, patience, and confidentiality that is necessary for some of the shyest answers to come to the surface. The exercise is quite simple. on the top of the page of your journal, just write the question that you want an answer for, or describe the situation that you want to explore. Take a deep breath and then just let your mind go. Write anything and everything that comes to mind without any restrictions. Nothing is too simple or too heavy. The insight or the answer that you're looking for may pop up in the middle of the next page. If you need help with questions you should ask yourself to do this self-discovery or to find your answers, think about what questions would you ask someone if you really want to get to know them or if you really want to understand something. And to give you an idea, here are some deeper questions. What made you who you are today and how or why? What are some of the most memorable events of your life and why? What have been the happiest moments of your life and why? What would your perfect life look like? Why are you afraid of XYZ? Why do you keep thinking about XYZ? Why can't you let go? And just a little reminder, always be kind to yourself and look for the lessons and insights in your answers. So these are the 4 main journaling methods that I've been using that have the biggest impact on my life. And I have few final tips for you for journaling. The first one is journal as often as you can. The second one is don't worry about grammar and spelling and whether it looks pretty. Just get your thoughts and feelings out on the paper, because look, as long as you can read it, as long as you can understand it, it's all good. The third one is be as honest, as open as you can. Holding back will just be holding back the answers that you're looking for. So be 100% authentic, because this is the moment where you don't have to be worried about anyone judging you or disagreeing with you. And the final tip is preferably write by hand. Research shows that writing by hand actually stimulates your mind much more than typing on a keyboard. But if you're worried about privacy, then use some of the password protected journaling softwares. There's a bunch out there, so you have a lot of options to go for. So this is it, guys. I hope you found it useful. Definitely give journaling a go. It will be life-changing if you stick to it. But before you go and start journaling, don't forget to subscribe. Click the little subscribe button here. Leave me a comment. Tell me what has been most useful out of all those tips, or maybe you already using journaling and you're just going to improve it with some of these methods. So leave me a comment. I'm always curious about what you guys are learning from this and what you find the most useful. So thank you for watching. Always appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next video.